This is 5.2 with Sriram, Leon, Henry, and Christopher. Before you learn lesson 20, you have to learn adding and subtracting like fractions. There are 6 markers here. So this would be 3/6. If I added another 2 out of the 6 markers, then it would become 5/6.
Learned from Leon that how to add fractions using models. But now fractions look like something like this. 1 divided by 2. The line means is the fraction part. So if I add another half, you get 2 out of 2, which you can simplify to 1 out of 1, which you can simplify to 1. You don't add the denominators, you only add the numerators. And I'll show you why. Okay. So here's Sriram. Hi. Let's say I cut it in half. And then I take half of Sriram and put the other half Sriram and put them back together. You get one Sriram. You don't get another half Sriram.
Last time you learned from Christopher about 1/2 plus 1/2, which are small denominators, but now we're going to learn about larger denominators. If we had 1/16 plus 5/16, you still use the same formula to get the correct answer, which is adding the numerator and just keeping the denominator the same. And then you can get 6/16. And that's all.
I'm going to show you how to add and subtract mixed numbers.
Okay.
So this is a mixed number, 1 and 2/3, minus 1 and 1/3 equals, so to do this, there are 2 ways. First way is the simplest. You could do 1 minus 1, which is 0, and 0 has no value, so we do not write it down. Then you draw a fraction bar, and then you do 2 minus 1 is 1. Denominator stays the same, so it's 1/3. Now the second way to solve this problem is to convert it into an improper fraction. So an improper fraction is when a greater number is on top of a smaller number. So this is a normal fraction, 3/4. And this is an improper fraction, 4/3. As you see, this number is greater than the denominator. And the way you can convert a mixed number into an improper fraction is say I have 1 and 1/3. You do 1, so 1 times 3 equals 3. And then you take this 3 and add it to this 1. So that will be 4. And then you write that 4 over the 3. And the denominator does not change.
Let's look at this problem. This time we're using variables. As you can see, we have an A. We still do the same thing. We add the numerators and keep the denominator the same. So we have 8A, because 5 plus 3 equals 8, and A over 20. Because you keep the denominator the same. But 8 and 20 can be simplified. So this is now 4 and 10. But this can also be simplified by 2 because the greatest common factor is 2, which is 2A over 5. And now you have your final answer, and that's adding with
variables.
As Leon showed you in the last video how to add fractions with variables, now I'm going to teach you how to subtract fractions with variables. First, you subtract 8 in the numerator with 2 in the numerator, which equals 6. And then the denominator always stays the same, which is 3b. And then you use the greatest common factor, which is 3. So you divide both sides by 3, which equals 2 over b.
I will show you how to add negative fractions. Let's use negative 4 7. So you can add, let's say I add 3 7. So obviously positive and negative cancel each other out. So you get 1 over 7. Because the denominators stay the same, and it's basically 3 minus 4, which is negative 1 over 7. So you get negative 1 over 7. But now let's say I add another negative 3 7. Obviously, you just add these two together, which is negative 7 over 7, which can simplify to negative 1 over 1, which is negative 1. Okay,
So you learned how to add and subtract mixed numbers, but how can we do 1 minus 5? We do not use negatives. So this is kind of tricky, so watch closely. You do 9 minus 1, which is 8. You subtract 1 from this number. So it's 8. Let's rewrite this now. 8, 1, 6, minus 6, 5, 6. I think we forgot something. Okay, this is wrong. So you do 9 minus 1 is 8, but then you add 6 plus 1. And then you write that number at the top, which is 7, 6. So you do minus 1 here, this plus that over here. So it's 8 and 7, 6, minus 6 and 5, 6. Can we do that? Yes, we can. So it's 2 and 2, 6. So, are we done yet? No. We can simplify. So, it's 2 and 1/3. But, can we write that as an improper fraction?
No.
Yes, we can.
Are you kidding me?
This times that plus 1 is 7 over 3. And that is the answer of our challenge problem.
Hello, my name is Peanut, and today we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting fractions, mixed numbers, and improper fractions. Let's get started! So the rules: always do not add the denominator, only add the numerators. Okay? What is 1/4 plus 1/4? It's 2/4. Because we don't add the denominator and we only add the numerator. And what? Here's a tricky one. 4 by 200 plus 5 by 200. Think you can handle that? Yeah? So you add the numerator, 9, and the denominator is 200. So it's 9 over 200. And can you simplify that? No, you cannot. Because 200 is indivisible by 3. Let's do some problems. I have the board right here. 4/3 plus 5/3. Add the numerator, 9/3 equals, and that simplifies to 3. Next problem.